Hey everyone, and welcome back to another college basketball guide video where today we will be looking at the top 5 most impactful players in college basketball. And if you guys want to keep up to date on when I post, make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and also comment down below what you guys want to see next. And so for this list, I'm not just doing the top 5 best players overall, but instead the people that have the biggest impact on their team. And so, like, if they weren't on their team, they could be completely different and not as successful. To start off our list, we are going with Ryan Nembhard from Gonzaga. Ryan Nembhard leads the nation in assists per game, averaging 9.7 per game, and then is second in the nation in assist to turnover ratio with 4.2. And he averages 11.8 points per game, so he's almost averaging a double-double off of assist, and doesn't turn it over, so is highly secure with the ball and just does not turn it over, which is a great thing for their point guard. Ryan Nembhard is the perfect facilitator for their offense. They average 19 assists a game, Nembhard contributing half of those, and Gonzaga is 4th in the nation in assists per game. So he's contributing half of their assists and still not turning it over, where Gonzaga is 33rd in the nation in overall turnovers. So Nembhard is just so secure with the ball, but then is able to distribute it and still score. And he still plays defense too. He averages 1.8 steals per game, which leads their team. With all of those assists and scoring, Ryan Nembhard is 8th in the nation in double-doubles, getting 9 out of the 20 games as a double-double so far. Nembhard has also showed a lot of signs of growth over his time. Starting at Creighton, he averaged around 4 assists per game, almost doubling it, more than doubling it now, to 9 a game, and also improving his three-point percentage. Starting at 31%, he's up to 39%, so he can be effective in all ranges. Nembhard's last game was his best of the season so far. He got 15 assists and 16 points, and only turning it over one time, so has been very secure again, which is the main point of Nembhard, is that he can just get so many assists without turning it over. Also in that game, he got 4 rebounds. In the previous game against Oregon State, he's got 6, so he has been very active all around the court. And as long as Gonzaga can turn it around, they're still very highly ranked in all the metrics still. But if they turn it around and they get a good spot in March Madness, I could definitely see them going on a deep run due to Andrew Nembhard not turning it over and providing a lot of extra points for their team. Now we have the best player on the best team in the nation right now, Johni Broome of Auburn. He is one of the favorites to be pretty much the MVP of this season so far. But I don't have him higher because Auburn is just a very talented team in general. Chad Baker-Mazara, very energetic. And I just think that they'd still be very successful without Broome. But he still contributes a lot to their team, especially in the Maui Invitational. Speaking of the Maui Invitational, Johni Broome got a double-double in every single game, getting 20 more plus points in every single one, getting 19 rebounds against North Carolina, 16 against Memphis, and 10 against Iowa State. So crazy rebounding, crazy scoring, a super efficient trip for Johni Broome in Maui. And that is why I think Johni Broome is really good. He's just super efficient, 54% shooting, even shoots it decent beyond the arc, around 30%. It's averaging a double-double a game, 18 points and 10 rebounds. And Johni Broome also does it from assisting too. He leads the team in assists, and he also leads the team in blocks with 2.7 per game. He gets 3 assists per game. He gets 10 rebounds a game, 18 points a game. He is just stats everywhere pretty much, and he can just do anything he wants to, and it's just a very physical presence. Another issue with a lot of bigs I see is that they just can't hold on to the ball a lot. He only gets 1 turnover a game. So he doesn't give the ball away either, and he still does everything super efficiently on all sides of the court. Auburn has the 6th best field goal percentage in the nation, which is thanks to Johni Broome and his efficiency inside the paint. Auburn is 5th in the nation in not turning it over, only averaging 9 as a team. So many of those stats might not be just because of Johni Broome. That is why I don't have him super high up on the list. I mean, he's still top 5 in my opinion. But he's just so impressive on all sides, no matter what he does. And he always plays with a lot of passion and energy, which I think give some good sparks of energy for this Auburn team that has continued to show dominance. They have been playing in a little bit closer games recently, but they have still been winning. Next, we have the leading scorer in the nation from Villanova, Eric Dixon. He averages almost 25 points a game, which leads the nation, and is 11 more points than the next highest player on Villanova. I think Villanova would not be able to do anything this year if there wasn't Eric Dixon. He averages 5 rebounds a game and 2 assists per game and 1 block. He has improved 8 points plus from last season in his scoring average, and he is shooting it really effective. So he's shooting it a lot, but he's at least making it. He shoots around 50% from the field and 46% from 3, which is a huge improvement from last year. He only shot 34% from 3, so that just adds to the versatility of Dixon and making it very hard to guard him because now he can shoot from pretty much anywhere. And throughout the entire season, Dixon has not scored less than 16 points. So it's not like he has any off days. He is always scoring no matter what and is always contributing to the team. The high of Eric Dixon this year has been 33 points in their loss against Columbia, and has also scored 31 points against what was ranked Cincinnati before their complete downfall, but still, scoring that high, especially on Cincinnati with a great defense like theirs, he can just score whenever he wants. And Villanova only scores around 77 points per game, so Dixon is almost scoring a third of their points. And so I feel like you could just imagine how bad Villanova could be. They're 12-8 this season, so they've had plenty of time, and they've been barely winning some games recently. So they could be like completely worse without Dixon. So with his scoring, I just think that he cannot be not in this list. Now we go to one of the best bigs in the country, Maxime Reynaud of Stanford. Reynaud leads the nation in double-doubles. He has 16 on the season in only 19 games, which is 82% of the time Reynaud gets a double-double. He is tied for 5th in the nation in scoring 21.6 points per game, and is 3rd in the nation in rebounds per game, getting 11 a game. This has probably been the best story of development so far. He only scored 4.5 points a game his freshman year. Yes, he didn't play as much, but still, only 4 points a game, now up to 21, and he only got 4 rebounds a game as well, and is now up to 11 a game. He also leads Stanford in blocks per game, and he gets 3 offensive rebounds per game, which is huge. That is 3 extra possessions every single game that can lead into very important points, where he also then shoots the 3 well at 36%, so you can't just guard him only in the paint. You have to be aware from his outside range. Reynaud has had 5 double-doubles in his last 5 games. His last non-double-double was against Pitt. He just got 28 points and 26 points against Miami and North Carolina. Reynaud's best game was against UC Davis, scoring 33 points and was 5 of 10 from 3. So shooting the 3 well in that game from a high margin, and he's continued to do that over this year, showing consistency and just continued hard work and effort. Reynaud's lowest points this season has been 14, so still scoring every game in double digits so far. And this has led Stanford to a great start in their first year in the ACC, being 5-3, still putting them in a good spot for the tournament and potentially being in March Madness. And Stanford has a 2-game home stretch coming up, so that is more opportunity for Stanford to continue being successful in the ACC and putting themselves in a good position for March Madness. Finally, we're still keeping it in the ACC to the number 2 team in the nation, the number 1 freshman entering this year, Cooper Flagg. Literally leads in every single stat. Points scored, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. He also leads it in turnovers. So he is just always impacting the team no matter what. So that shows how impactful Cooper Flagg is. In his first year in college, he averages 19 points a game, which leads Duke, and is 8 rebounds a game and 4 assists per game, which again leads the team in every single thing. He had that crazy 42-point game against Notre Dame where Duke only scored 86 points. So Cooper Flagg contributed almost half of their points. That just shows how much he's already done in his freshman year. Cooper Flagg scores 7 more points than the next highest scorer for Duke. The most impressive stat I think about for Cooper Flagg is his ability to assist the ball. You're going into your season as the best freshman in the nation, going in with all of this hype surrounding you, all of this pressure on you, and you're still passing the ball. You're not just being a showboat and scoring all the time. Even though he still is scoring at a high level, he's passing the ball. He's passing the ball the most on his team. That's leading to scores. He also plays 31 minutes a game, so he's playing for a long time, and he's being reliable, and that's pretty much anything you could ask for a perfect start to your freshman year, and leading your team to being second in the nation right now, and you beat the team that was number 1. That was their only loss. In that game against Auburn, Cooper Flagg scored 22 points and 11 rebounds and 4 assists, but this time, no turnovers. So if he continues to play against those tough opponents without turning it over, Duke could be pretty much unstoppable. And yes, Duke does have always a very talented roster, but I feel like Cooper Flagg has just elevated this team, pushing them into a good spot. Probably going to be a 1 seed if they continue to play well, and the ACC is not the biggest challenge of a conference, so they could go pretty far. That ends the list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to put down in the comments below if you think I missed anyone or should have added anyone. Definitely give a shout out to UC Davis's Ty Johnson, who has the best usage rate, which is amount of points scored pretty much compared to their overall team. So he has obviously been a very big impact for them. But UC Davis hasn't been that good overall this season. So I think the players that I chose are playing against really good competition, and they've still continued to perform really well. But yeah, also leave in the comments down below if you have any suggestions of next videos I should do. And I will try to do some women's college basketball soon. Make sure to check my shorts for that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.